What is going on, guys? It is Wednesday, 7:30, and we are live. This is the Geek Saga this is a rarity, which is me, Eugene, your host, along with my other host, David. We actually could touch each other. Look, I'm touching him.
Don't touch me.
I'm touching him.
Stop touching me.
All right. So anyways, we are live. You guys, if you guys don't know who we are two salty vets that are huge geeks and love everything there is about the geekdom, and we talk about it all the time. And yeah, here we are. So how's it going? I know we've been with each other for the last
all day.
Yeah, all day.
All
2
day.
days.
2 days.
Last 2 days in a row. That's how it is. But we were trying something different, and that's why we were a little late today. We were a little late last week because I was just behind, but this time we were trying to set everything up, and I think it's working so far.
It looks good so far.
Yeah, we got one comment already, what is going on? Hey, my cousin Jordan is an amazing tattoo artist, you guys. If you guys get a chance, go onto his Instagram. I'm already going to give a shout out because he's family. But go on to, his Instagram, which is Jordy Strange. He talks about his tattooing and everything else that he does. But go on there, find where he's at. If you need a tattoo, want to get a tattoo, go in there. Tell him I sent you. It won't do anything for you, but just so we know that you guys saw him out here. But anyways, what's going on, Jordan? So, let me roll up my sleeves.
Geekdom.
Geekdom. I got your geekdom right here. Right here. You may be bigger than me. Still put you down, kid. But anyways, let me take a breath. All right, so let's give some quick shout outs before we move on to all the stuff that you're here to hear about, which is we'll start with Donner, which the microphones that you see in front of you, the one that's on this stand, the one that's on this stand. It's a Mexican stand, but it works. And then also this PC02, which is a podcasting deck, which they all provided for us. So we want to thank Donner. And if you guys want to check out their stuff, go to Donner Music Official on Instagram. Check out all their stuff. We constantly are posting up their stuff in our stories. Also, if you want to, go onto their website, which is donnermusic.com, and check out all their stuff. They got a lot of great stuff. Not only did they literally give us these microphones and this deck, they give us another little it connects directly to your phone, and it's a lavalier mic, and it works amazing. We've tested it out at Fresno, and it was great. It was a lot of fun to use and stuff, and it's easy to just pocket and put away. And then we also have
Ulanzi.
Yes.
All of our stands,
give it over to you.
All of our light stands and everything that's not visible to you guys, other than what it's reflecting on us, is the Ulanzi stands and stuff like that. The ring lights and the.
Well, we didn't get a chance to put another light, and I actually have 2 other lights at home that are they're like lightsaber size. They're really cool. I haven't used them yet with us, but we're going to be using them because we're going to shoot a whole new intro, and we need these lights. They do strobes, they change colors, they do all kinds of really cool stuff. Ulanzi is a great company. Go onto our link tree, check out the link that's on there, and when you buy something from them, it helps us out. So that's why we want you to go do that. But they're really good products. Renegade Game Studios, which is a really good company that we have. As soon as we get stuff from them, we'll start giving it away. But this right here is a Transformers deck building game. It's a really cool game. The artwork is amazing. That was the one thing that attracted David over here right away. I brought the box, and he's all like, "Oh, let me look at the art." But it's first gen.
Yep, it looks like all the IDW artists have lent their talents to this, because I think that's who's still running the comic book for everybody. But yeah, it's nice, man. The included book is nice, and the cards look like they're pretty cool. We'll have to break it open soon. And
yeah, we got to play a game online. But check them out. They have a lot of RPGs that are out there. And they all are Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony. All that stuff is part of their licenses that they have for the games. They have deck building games on that. So check them out. Go on to renegadegamestudios.com. Also, there's a link in our link tree also, because we're an affiliate with them. And whenever you purchase from them, we also get cash. So, it's got to be because of the green screen. That's what's going on. We're trying to, like I said, we're trying a bunch of stuff out, and we're getting notes from our what do you call it? Our producer. I like to call. Let me get rid of that. Okay, that should help us a little bit. And anything else we have to turn off that may be connected? Nope. All right. So hopefully that picks up the quality of it, but it's also we're using a different camera tonight. Oh, where can you find us, David? Let them know. While we're talking about that.
Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Gmail at thegeeksaga20@gmail.com. Everything else is the Geek Saga. You're gonna run the ticker. You can run the ticker.
Oh yeah, the ticker.
I think it's the last one.
I'm not used to doing this stuff. David usually does it, and we can't run both computers. So boom, there's a ticker.
Yep. So those are all the links.
Yeah, everywhere you can find us, and everything you can. If you want to get a hold of us, best way is going to be on Instagram. We do check it like constantly. I'm always on there looking, hoping that people will just find us and be like, "Hey, we want to be on your show." Somebody famous.
More famous, yeah.
More famous.
But the only thing that's not listed on the ticker is looking for us at thegeeksaga.com. Website is up. Lazo's put a lot of time putting that thing together. All right, he put a lot of thought into putting it together, and it's on there. But if you can't, for some reason, get through to us on the IG page, you can hit us up on Gmail.
Yep.
You can hit us up on the web page.
Yeah.
And if you can't find our videos anywhere else, look for them on the web page because they should upload there as well.
They always refresh the brand new ones every day. So as soon as it goes up on Instagram, it's already going up onto our website. So there you go, guys. All the ways you can find us. Quick shout outs to Plastic Dip, Pod Monkey Productions. Those are the guys that I used this past weekend. I built a couple of costumes for friends. So I just want to throw some shout outs. Evil Ted, thanks for the encouragement if you're watching. And then a shout out to, according to David, it tastes like medicine.
It tastes like freaking cough medicine.
Dude, it tastes good. Ghost.
It's gross.
This is what I run off of is Ghost.
It's the worst $3 I've spent in the last 4 days.
It tastes so good.
No, it's gross.
It's so good.
Cherry limeade's still the best flavor.
Oh, yeah.
And that's gross too. Just so you know.
All right.
I don't like it.
Anyways, I want to welcome everybody that's watching us right now. Hey, we got good numbers tonight. If you guys are on, by all means, just type in a comment, just say hi. You don't have to stay in the chat and keep talking to us, but say hi so we know where you're at, who you are, what you're doing, and all that wonderful stuff. But let's get on to the stuff which you guys came for, which is actually, all this wonderful. Let me pull all these. Oh, not yet. Remove. All right. So, anyways, we're moving on to our first segment that we like to call Happy Birthday! Huh. All right. So we are looking a little muddy. I think it's a green screen. But anyways, guys, happy birthday. We want to wish birthdays to people that we don't know, but wish we did know. And we're going to start off with Anthony Kiedis. If you guys don't know who he is one of the surfer guys from Point Break.
No, he's the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, that's where he's from?
Freaking jerk.
Oh,
this might be the last episode of this.
Hey, all right. He was also one of the surfers from.
You're correct.
Yes.
One of the greatest surfing movies of all time.
So yeah, he's 61 years old. He's
old, dude.
He's really wicked. Actually, it's pretty good. He's 61.
You never know what he did under the bridge.
Well, he did wear just.
Could have been drugs. It could have been selling his soul to the devil. It doesn't matter. But his career is still going.
It is still definitely going. Jessica, Darren, what's going on? Dennis, what are you? I know. Tato camera tonight. We're on one camera. I should have brought my other camera, but we're running a green screen because we don't want to just show you guys. Can we just get rid of the green screen?
We can see if it'll change the.
All right,
background.
guys, we're gonna do something that we probably shouldn't do, which is right in the middle of the show. But we're gonna get rid of our background. You guys are going to see the green screen because our quality is probably going up now. So, anyways, all right, Anthony Kiedis, he's 61 years old.
61.
Dude, that's drugs. You know what? The drugs are probably what preserved him. That's probably what's doing it. He stopped doing the drugs. So
Yeah.
He got off drugs.
So it's gonna be a downhill spiral from here.
That's it for him. All right, moving on to the next birthday. We have Natalia. Let's see her name. There we go. Natalia Henna, which if you guys don't know who she is Tom's. Yeah, from Harry Potter. Sorry, but I get messed up with names. But anyways, and she was also on Game of Thrones. She was on a ton of other things. She was actually just recently in the. He's pickled. Jordan, he's pickled. He is. But she's 39 today, and she was in Tonks. There we go. Dennis with the save. Tonks. Harry Potter. She was in Game of Thrones. She was in recently the newest John Wick. And yeah, so that's what I thought. Let's throw her up there. Moving on. This guy.
Dolph Lundgren, man.
Dolph Lundgren, 65.
Which is actually surprising. I thought he was older than that because of how old Stallone is, how old Schwarzenegger is. I thought he would have been like up there with them, but he's a couple years behind them.
Well, I think he was. Stallone was how old in Rocky IV? He was like.
I don't even know how old 30s? Stallone is now.
Oh, dude,
I think he's like mummified between movies or something.
Dude, I think they put him in a cryogen, and that's how they keep him looking the way he does. But Dolph Lundgren is 65. You guys don't know who he is. He was from, obviously, Rocky IV. He plays Drago. And he was also in Creed 2, played Drago. And he was also in, of course, Expendables. And this dude is not dumb.
You didn't mention The Punisher?
Oh, that's right. I love The Punisher, but...
Showdown in Little Tokyo?
Oh, that's right.
Dude.
That's that famous line when Tia Carrera asked him, how do I know, or when will I hear you? What do I do if I hear you coming? He's like, you won't hear me coming. And then later on, that time I heard you coming. That was a great one.
It's gross.
I remember that. But he was in a ton of movies. And of course, he's 65, so happy birthday to Dolph Lundgren.
Dennis, isn't he also a Mensa member? Yeah, super intelligent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the dude's he was, I think it's like several different degrees. They're all in like, he's like physicist type stuff and all that. It's crazy. He actually mentions it in Expendables 2. And he's writing down like all kinds of equations
and stuff. Yeah,
and then he blows his nose in it.
Yep.
Because he wanted to give it a little boogie. That was a lie. That was a lie.
I know.
So, happy birthday to Sam Rockwell. He is 54. Justin Hammer himself from Iron Man 2. He was also in Galaxy Quest. He was in The Moon. And then he was also in the movie that had to do with...
he was in The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. But there was one movie that I started off, first time I saw him. It was where he played this game show host for the Love Connection. And it was supposed to be that the game show host from Love Connection had this whole story that he was also a spy and that the CIA actually paid for the whole show to be done so he can go travel and all this other stuff. So, anyways.
He was also the lead thug in the alley when April gets mugged in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He was.
Don't forget his crowning achievement, damn it.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There we go.
Right.
Sam Rockwell. Happy birthday.
1990. Best movie ever.
Oh, Bill Gates. How'd you stay on?
Dude, he doesn't have 2 birthdays. I don't care how rich he is.
I switched it, though.
No, you didn't.
Damn it. There was one more. Oh, well. Whoever's birthday it was, sorry. You weren't that important after all.
Dang.
So anyways, that was all the birthdays that we had, minus the one that I missed. So,
like I said, sometimers, it's not Alzheimer's.
Hey, you know what? I had a lot going on. Oh, that's right. He was in Hogan's Heroes, too. He played, I forgot the name. Oh, and he was in, what was that one movie about Hitler recently?
Little Nicky,
No, not Little
where he gets the pineapple.
No, the little
That's all I
kid.
got.
Where the little kid was.
In the striped pajamas.
Oh, damn it! I forgot the name of the movie. It was good.
Hellboy.
No,
Those
it's
are,
like
those
Run,
are the only
Bunny, Run or
movies.
something.
Those are the only movies I've ever seen with Hitler in them.
It was a good movie. Let's just say that, okay?
All right.
All right. Anyways,
believe
moving
you.
on. God. All right. Oh, we should get rid of this, and we're gonna say this.
Jojo Rabbit.
There we go. Jojo Rabbit. Thank you, Dennis. Yes, there we go. All you guys that are watching us for the first time, trust me, we're true professionals. We really are.
Maybe not at this, but in something we're professional.
No, we're working at this.
Definitely not this.
All right, moving on to the next thing. Is our producer tell us that it's better? Or no? All right, moving on.
Still looks a little potato-y.
I think it's the camera. Might have to be that camera. But
It's crazy because I have my camera. We should have plugged mine up.
why? It is what it is.
That's what it is.
We'll get it next time. So moving on to I gotta cut that down. It's a little too long for me.
So that's a long intro.
Yeah, it is. But this week in Geek history, we have 2004, the premiere of The Incredibles, which was a great movie. I really loved it. It was a lot of fun.
It was great. I mean, I wish they would have did more with the second one, but that first movie it's good.
Actually, we made reference to it today, didn't we? Or was that yesterday?
Talking about Phillips's head shape, same as Bob Barr. No,
No, but no, I'm never going to be able to unsee that. Actually, Romero came in yesterday because it was Halloween, and he said this was the only time of the year that he can feel buff, and he was wearing
the Incredibles outfit.
Yeah. And then the other Romero came in, and he said, "Man, my brother wears that every year. He's had that for 4 years and he wears it every year."
What he doesn't tell you is it's not Mr. Incredible, it's Dash. It's a Dash costume.
Oh, man. Well, we lost viewers. There we go. All right, moving on. Next, we have The Walking Dead, which premiered in 2010. This still is one of my favorite shows.
I'm not going to say anything about it.
I know you don't like it.
No, I just never watched. How did you
not watch the show?
I think I got like 3 episodes in and I was like, I'm over it.
Well, if you guys didn't know, The Walking Dead didn't start out as a show. It started out as a comic book by, Ghost. Oh my God, Kirkman's first name.
Oh, Tyler.
Huh?
Tyler Kirkman? No. Hold on, dude. I follow him on Insta.
Oh my God, how do I forget his name? Anyways, it started out as a comic book. It ran for a long time. You could still go pick those up in the graphic novel form. It was a great comic book, and it was in black and white, so it made it really like even more gritty, just like TMNT. And then they produced the show. So, Dennis, you're out of the chat. Just
See, it's 2-1.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Jordan. Yes, the comic book was pretty sick. It was a really good comic book. The show, it obviously was going to take liberties and move off of what the main part of the comic book was, but it was still a great show, and it ran forever and just ended, I think, last year.
Yeah, something like that.
But the last few seasons of it were not so great. So. But I still love the first probably about 9 or 10 seasons. Ghost, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Yes. Ghost is fire. There we go.
I didn't say Ghost was bad. I said that one is bad.
This one is good. Jordan, since you're on, have you tried this one? The pink lemonade. It's amazing. There we go. That's all I have to say.
He didn't even answer you.
I know, but he will.
Keep moving.
Moving on
What's
to the next
next?
one. Bohemian Rhapsody debuted in 1975 and then became a great song at every sports event. Oh, wait, no, that's not Bohemian Rhapsody. That's We Are the Champions.
A great song in every movie it's ever been in. Wayne's World,
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. It was great.
You know what's funny is that the first time I heard it, and even though my dad had several albums from Queen, I do remember seeing the artwork. The first time that song really took was when I watched Wayne's World.
The first time I remember hearing the song and actually remembering the words was Wayne's World, but it's not the first time I'd ever heard the song.
Well, I probably have heard it before because I lived in East LA.
The big thing for me was realizing that a lot of the stuff that I liked was made by Queen prior. Like, I never knew that the Highlander was Queen. I just remember hearing Princes of the Universe and be like, oh,
True.
this is such a cool song on
Yeah,
this
it was a good
movie.
song.
And then finding out that the whole soundtrack was made by Queen, like that was a big reveal.
Well, I mean, Queen was the soundtrack for my favorite movie, which is Flash Gordon.
Yes.
They did the whole soundtrack.
The whole soundtrack, yep.
And I loved the theme song, which I think we have it on here. Or did I take that off? Yeah, I took it off.
All right, what's next?
All right, moving on. Sorry. Jordan said he's a whore for pink lemonade. Trust me, dude, you're going to love it. But you got to drink it cold.
I like all things pink lemonade. I don't like Ghost pink lemonade.
You got to drink it cold. It is cold, though.
It was cold. I cracked it right out of the fridge and said, here, you can have this. It's gross.
Dennis comes in with a flash.
We are not professional singers outside of this. If that didn't clue you in, I don't know what did.
All right, moving on.
He'll keep swinging. He'll hit something.
I will. I'll hit sooner or later. Carrie premiered in 1976. We're not talking about that garbage they put out recently, which it was bad. The new Carrie, don't even bother. This original with Sissy Spacek was amazing, especially when the blood came down.
Just poured down on everybody.
And it was just like, that's what triggered her. And she was.
I didn't. Again, I'm not a huge horror fan. I don't like gory movies. House of a Thousand Corpses was more than I bargained for when I went to go watch it in the theater.
That was a good one.
And yeah, I mean, I've watched all these movies, but they're not something I keep going back to.
I can see your dirty pillows.
Your dirty pillows.
Your dirty pillows.
Not mine.
Not mine. All right. So this was a great movie. It's a Stephen King novel. Along with that, he had a bunch of other movies that came out, like what's the damn dog?
Cujo.
Christine.
Were all those were they all at the same time frame? No, right?
No, they're all different.
What was his first? What kicked him off as turning his novelizations into movies? Was it Carrie?
That's a good question.
Because I mean, I've seen like Thinner and Cujo and Carrie and
it may have been Cujo was first, and then came Carrie, and then it was Christine.
And then Thinner was like in the 90s.
Thinner was way down the line.
Is Pet Sematary a Stephen King?
Pet Sematary was a Stephen King movie, but that's in the 80s.
Yeah.
I just watched it actually yesterday on Halloween. But this was a great movie. I should have watched this one too. I forgot about this one, but 1976. Check it out if you guys have not. And yeah, so moving on. And that was this week. Where is it at? And see, I keep having to switch back. I hate that. And where's my mouse? My mouse died. All right, guys. So that was this week, and my mouse died right when I needed it. Yeah, gotta love technology. We're moving along pretty good.
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, hey, double digits again. I don't care what Philip says.
Hey, double digits is still double digits.
Double digits. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody for coming on to watch us. We're not done. I'm just saying thank you because it's nice to have a lot of viewers tonight. Appreciate it. So Carrie was Carrie was his first movie adaptation. Oh, okay. So then it had to be Carrie Cujo, and then Christine, and then it went on and on after
All
that.
right, stop naming your cousins. Let's move on.
There was Memo, Dina, and yeah.
You're killing me here, buddy.
All right.
All right, move on.
Moving
What do
on.
we got next? Who are we
What are we doing?
disgracing now?
What are we disgracing now? All right. Now we get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Wait, what do I have on here?
Oh, Carrie, The Shining, and then Cujo.
Oh,
Forgot about The Shining.
Shining was a good one. But that was actually the one he hated. He hated The Shining. He said that
I learned that in Ready Player One, the movie, not the book.
Yes, the book was so amazing, so much better.
I learned that in the Oasis. I just want you to know.
Oh God, no, you didn't learn anything. Anyways, moving on to the. Oh shoot! There it is. Moving on to the geek news. Now we have something. We're trying something new out again. Today's a first for us, which is always fun. Which is never fun. But we're gonna start off the news with Henry Cavill's Highlander reboot from John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Did I say that right?
Stahelski?
Stahelski.
I don't know how they pronounce it, dude.
Whatever. Is moving forward. So I kind of knew about this was happening. This was going on when the whole talks with Cavill walking away from, taking off of Superman, and then also on top of that, taking off of The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Which, I mean, I could see him, how he could easily move into the Highlander reboot. But in the realm of cinematic adventures, director Chad Stahelski, say it that way.
I don't know.
Close enough. The visionary behind the John Wick franchise has been weaving a new tale, a reboot of the iconic fantasy action film Highlander, featuring charismatic. What do you mean charismatic? Look at the guy.
It's funny because, like, seeing these two pictures together,
You almost could see.
he looks like he could just
Yeah, he
slide
could
right
slide
into
right in.
Raiden's place.
Yeah,
As
as freaking.
he was Raiden in the first
I
movie.
know he was Raiden, but he's not Raiden.
He was
He's
Raiden.
actually Tarzan.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, he was Tarzan.
He's
After he
freaking.
did Highlander, he did Tarzan.
He's Fred Nash, bro.
Oh my gosh. So
Kevin
Henry Cavill
Nash.
in the leading role of Highlander. So in recent updates from Deadline, we got this from Deadline.com. Lionsgate has officially set sail for the American film market, presenting the Highlander reboot for the first time. This marks a significant step forward for a long-anticipated project described as a high-stakes, big-budget endeavor soaring north of the 100 million mark, which if you look up what the original Highlander cost to make, it was more like under $10 million. And when you watch it, most of that money went to getting Queen to do the soundtrack. So
Money well spent.
it was. But the director is saying that it draws parallel between John Wick with the swords, envisions a cinematic journey that promises to be nothing short of spectacular here. So, I wish my mouse worked. What is Dennis saying? At least this Connor
McLeod.
McLeod. You spelled it wrong.
No, that's the way it's spelled.
Really?
Yes.
McLeod
McLeod.
would have an accurate accent. This is true because, dude, his accent was horrible.
Well, okay, so a little background. He had just mastered English because he's
No.
French.
Yeah.
And then he got cast for the role, and they were like, "Can you do an Irish or a Scottish accent?" And he was like, "Sure. I just learned English. I can do a Scottish accent." And then, so he was literally coming off of like barely learning English from a French background, trying to do a Scottish accent. And then you have freaking a Scottish person who's supposed to be Egyptian going by Ramirez. Like, I don't know what was worse, man. They didn't plan this out well.
They didn't. They just thought, hey, let's get Sean Connery. And Sean Connery said, yes, I can be Spanish, Egyptian type.
At least it wasn't as bad as the second one.
Oh God, let's not even talk
So,
about that. Let's leave the second one alone because that was really bad.
But if Chad takes this in the same direction, follows the storyline, keeps the like meat and potatoes there, and then just adds like that John Wick style action to those fight scenes, this is gonna be something good, man.
Yeah, I could see this now getting even better. I mean, there's no way of this getting any worse.
Yeah.
Even though we all know that, I always say that when it comes to these movies, I'm like, why you got to go and destroy my childhood? Because this was something that I used to watch like all the time. It was always on Channel 5 for those of us that live in LA, KTLA. And I would watch it every time it came on. And then also on Mr. Krabs as a villain in the OG Highlander. Yeah, he was the Kroger? Kurgan. The Kroger. The supermarket.
Freaking.
He was the supermarket.
The Save Mart brand of peas. Kroger.
But yeah, Mr. Krabs played him. And actually, if you guys get a chance, if you haven't seen it, and I always recommend the worst movies because I love those bad movies. This is actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, of all the bad movies I've ever talked to you about, this is one of the ones that I always reference because I thoroughly enjoyed the idea of the Highlander.
Well, and then on top of that, again, the soundtrack. That first song is just...
But even without the soundtrack, like, the idea of a dude who's living his life, keeps, like, finding birth certificates of stillborn children and then being them for a while, and then dying, like, killing himself without actually dying, and then just literally waiting around to fight another dude who may kill him. Like, it was pretty cool. And then the idea that there could only be one, which I'm pretty sure the movie One really just ripped off the fucking tagline of this movie.
Yeah, I think so. They had nothing better to figure out how to. They were like, there can only be one. That sounds good. Where'd you hear that from? I just made that up.
Yeah.
Lies from the devil. What does Zen say? He was in our fave
movie.
Oh, fave movie. Buckaroo Banzai.
Gene.
Who? Oh yeah, that's right. The Kroger.
The Kurgan.
Yeah, him.
Clancy Brown, man.
Clancy Brown was in
Kurgan. Yeah.
Banzai. Yeah, it was a great movie. Love that movie. Another movie you guys got to watch if you haven't watched it. All right, I'll let you take this next one.
One day I'll watch it.
Oh, come
on. All right. So in another series of events that we found, long awaited by people his age, Chuck Norris makes his return to the big screen. But how long has it been since he's been in a movie? It says decade-long hiatus. I think it's been longer than that.
No, because he was in
the first Expendables.
No, he was in the third. He was in the third Expendables.
He was in one of them. I guess that would be decade. But
has it been 10 years since that last one?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm reading the teleprompter like you did. But yeah, Chuck Norris is coming back to a movie, and he is writing and directing, or just starring.
He's just starring.
Good.
He's just coming back. Yeah.
Good.
We don't want him to write the movie.
It's going to be sci-fi action, and it is called Agent Recon. I don't know how I feel about it. Not sure if I'm excited, not excited. Actually, I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about this movie. It's about look forward to as Universal Soldier 2 for me.
But it has the Beastmaster. That's what you're forgetting.
Okay.
To tell people, it's got also the Beastmaster.
It also has Mark Singer from the Beastmaster,
which we haven't seen in decades.
If you like cheesy sci-fi sword and sorcery, watch so Beastmaster.
Great. So great.
It is easily the highlight of Mark Singer's career, and yes. I don't think this is going to do anything for him. But I don't know. I think Chuck Norris ended on a high note, and he should have just kept making Total Gym commercials, because I'm not looking forward to this.
I don't know. I kind of got excited when I watched what do you call it? Expendables 3, and saw him come out, and I just thought, I thought it was cool.
The references that were made in the movie were cool. Like when he showed up, hey, we should team up. You should join us. Nah, I'm a lone wolf. Oh, I wonder where you got that from. And then he took off on his own with just a freaking rifle and a pistol, and then left.
And then you just start seeing people dropping
yeah
on the top level, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And
yep.
Sure enough, it's Chuck Norris.
But yeah, he's coming back. He's going to do this movie. They've already finished filming, and it's set to hit North America through Quiver Distribution and international audiences. Get ready for a thrilling ride as the film makes its debut at the upcoming American film market. I don't see an actual release date on that or when it will be coming, but if you're in the mood for another Expendable Styles movie, then you could come wait for Agent Recon.
I don't know. This one looks like he's a little bit more he's posing like he did in Invasion USA, where he has the two little. They were Mac 10s. They weren't even Uzis.
I don't even know, dude.
10. Oh my god! It was another movie that I watched all the time. Like anytime there was
I didn't believe that he was in the army because he always had that shaggy hair and beard. And then I gave up watching his movies when I found out that he got his ass whooped by Bruce Lee.
That was his debut in the movies.
Return of the Dragon.
Yep.
Lost to a little Asian dude.
Yeah, he
Never
did.
lost a fight after.
Nope. Because he was like, nope, not going to let that happen again.
Yep.
All right, moving on to our next story. This is something that I probably should let you handle because this is something more, and it's not in our notes, is it?
No, but Skull Candy is unveiling their Ninja Turtles headphones. There's a set of earbuds, a set of gaming headsets. They look really cool.
They do.
I've used a lot of Skull Candy stuff, especially on deployment. They're easy to come by in the PXs and stuff, and they just last the entire deployment.
Yeah. And
you're not breaking the bank to buy them.
Nope.
But the color schemes look cool. I wish they did a little bit more than that bright green.
Yeah.
But you can tell what they're gearing, what they're trying to sell it for.
I think if they would have done a whole like green but with blue or orange or to match the each turtle, and you can buy your own, or
like an LED light where you can click it and change it to the color you want of the turtle. That would have been cool.
Even on the headband, it would have been able to change the color. I mean, cool. But right now, what they're saying is that the gaming wireless headset, which you can see in the picture, is going for $149, which again, that's not bad for a wireless headset. And it's Skull Candy's quality is really good. I will attest to the same thing he said. I've bought these every time I've gone in deployment, and they've lasted me not only the whole deployment, but even long after the deployment. The only thing that wore out were actually the
pads.
The pads.
Yeah, the comfort pads.
The comfort pads wore out, so I kind of.
But they're the cool thing about Skull Candy is they put those comfort pads on Amazon. You can order them for $10, and they literally just pop back on. So you rip the old ones off, pop a new one on, and then you're back to having a fresh set of headphones.
I wish I would have known that.
We were on deployment together. You didn't ask. The only time you can't fix them is when your kid breaks them in half.
Oh, I'm sure that's happened to you.
Once, yes.
So, like I said, the wireless headset is going for $149, and then the earbuds are going for $99. So. It's not a bad thing.
My wife said, yeah, they should have had different colors.
Yep.
And there goes our money.
Actually, no, it's going to go to a full-size Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume.
Eventually.
So, Regina, get ready for that.
The pizza does not come with the headphones. If you're asking, you're going to have to order one on your own after you buy the set.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
What?
Kind of hungry now. Pizza.
Nobody cares, dude.
They might care.
They don't care how hungry. They want to hear about geek news, not your stomach.
Well, Jordan, yeah. So there you go. That's the word on the pizza. Jordan, we'll get together and we'll go to this place called Baby Bros for some pizza. It's actually really good. We'll talk. Anyways, all right, moving on. Next story. Deadpool 3 director confirms Logan is canon, and it seems like it's going to matter. So this was something that I was discussing with David because we were trying to figure out another story. And I brought up a bunch of different stories, and this is the one that stuck. So it's kind of like we took the crap and just threw it against the wall. This is the one that stuck.
This is the one that's stuck on the wall.
But so director Sean Levy is stoking the excitement for Deadpool 3. Obviously, we've been waiting for.
It's been what, 2 years since they announced Jackman being in it?
Well,
Year and a half.
2 years that Jackman was announced, and then on top of that, they stopped production because of the whole strike that's going on, and it's still going on. And they haven't even started back up with production, but they're still trying to keep that
Release time window or whatever.
No, they've pushed the release time, but they're trying to just keep the actual news of Deadpool 3 still in your mind, fresh and everything. So he wanted to say that. He's stoking the excitement. He's leaving no room for doubt. James Mangold's Logan is firmly part of the canon. And for those of you guys that are watching us that don't know what canon is, because I mean us geeks use that word all the time.
Yeah.
Canon is when it's actually part of the story. It falls in line with the story. So he's saying that Logan's going to fall somewhere. It's important to the Deadpool 3, but we don't know where it's going to fall.
And just to justify what he's saying, he's talking about Logan the movie, not Logan the character, because obviously Wolverine's going to be in the movie. But Logan the movie is going to have key elements of it are going to play into the plot for Deadpool 3.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds himself kind of said that Logan died in Logan. He's not going to touch it. He's not touching that because Ryan Reynolds is a huge fan of both the Wolverine character in comic books, actual comic books, and also the Deadpool character. He loved the comic books. So that's another huge nerd.
Yeah.
Man, we got to be friends with these guys. Henry Cavill, huge nerd. And so is Ryan Reynolds. We'll never be friends with them.
Not with that attitude, they won't.
But Levy is heaping praise on Logan, making it crystal clear that it will play a critical role. Let's get this rolling so I don't touch that. Play a critical role in Deadpool 3 narrative. He expressed, I have always said that I can't wait for Deadpool 3 to come out because all I want to do is give interviews alongside Ryan Reynolds where we talk about our reverence for the movie Logan. Logan is canon. We love Logan. That happened. I want the world to know, as a producer and director, all of us share a deep love and respect for Logan, every aspect of how it's crafted, and all the events that take place. So there you go. That's a direct quote from the director himself. And I wanted to just read that off.
At least they loved it.
I really did like Logan. I almost cried when he died.
I didn't.
I did. My kid dressed up as X-23.
All right, I'm lying. Seeing Logan die in the movie almost hurt me.
Yes.
Almost.
Thank you.
But the rest of the movie was crap.
It's good.
Unpopular opinion.
Very
I
unpopular.
didn't care for it. The Wolverine was the peak of Wolverine cinematic history.
I don't know about that.
Well, it wasn't X1, 2, or 3.
No, God, no. Well, I mean, come on. X1 was the start of something good. Like for comic book movies. And
It was.
Actually.
But it was also the first letdown because he was taller than Cyclops.
But see, some of our viewers wouldn't know the difference. So if you guys don't know the difference, and I go on rants all the time, he's heard me go on rants. Dennis has heard me go on rants before about how these comic book movies are just so inaccurate with some of their characters, and this one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine is only supposed to be as big as David.
Yes.
He's both.
He's 5'3", 280 pounds because of the adamantium skeleton.
Yeah, so he's still buff, but he doesn't look like he's all fat. Hugh Jackman is 6'2". Is he 6'2"?
Something like that. He's huge.
Okay,
he's
so
a big dude.
6'2", 200 and probably 50 pounds, and it's because he's tall and it's all muscle. So it just, obviously that's a huge difference in what the height is supposed to be. But when you look at Jackman, if you don't think of his height, That's Wolverine. I mean, he's now embodied Wolverine. He really has. Come on, admit a little bit, just a little.
Agree to disagree. He's great. He's a good Wolverine for the cinematic world that was built around his character. Because really, that's what happened. X-Men kicked off, and they kind of just said, we'll run with Wolverine being the main character and everything.
Yeah.
And for what they did, he was good. As a direct reflection of Wolverine, he got some of the nuance of who Wolverine is and how he acts and all that stuff. But
The attitude.
what drives his attitude, what drives who he is, what drives it all comes from him being shorter in stature because everyone takes him for granted.
Yeah.
And then that's why he has the chip on his shoulder because, yeah, I'm little, but I'm the best I am at what I do. You know what I mean?
He was the best in the comic books.
And what he does is very nice.
No.
And the only thing we didn't see in the Wolverine, like in the X-Men movies or the Fox universe or whatever, we never actually saw like Berserker Rage Wolverine doing what he does best, and that's slashing people, tearing them down, and then afterwards being like, so shawarma, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, there was things I liked about it, and yeah, he's great. There's only one Wolverine at this moment.
Yeah,
but I'm waiting for a true depiction of Wolverine.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna find Hobbit size unless they pick up like Dominic Monaghan and say, "All right, dude."
Well, even they were huge.
That's
like,
true. I mean,
they're not short.
They're not.
They're all digitally sized down.
But who could we? I mean, who could you think of that would play?
It's going to be someone we're not expecting to do it, because no one was expecting Hugh Jackman to be as good as he was as Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
And he only got the role because Russell Crowe was like, "Sorry, I'm doing a movie called Gladiator, but my buddy would be great for this role," and he gave them Jackman's name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be someone who's going to surprise us. It's going to be just like Harry Potter. No one knew who the kid was. Daniel Radcliffe did amazing.
He did.
Ron, Hermione, all of them.
All those kids. Every single kid in that movie. Now they're not doing so much, but.
Glenn Danzig looks great as Wolverine, and he fits the build, but can he act?
Yeah, I don't know. Me and Dennis have talked about this too.
You know what I mean? And Bob Hoskins could have been a great Wolverine.
Oh, that would have been.
When he was a little bit younger,
yeah.
He had the frame, he had the shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
But could he play that type of character? Who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's gonna be just like his whole life as an act. You're right. He is playing an act, but there's a difference of playing a character you've created and you have no limits because it is who you want it to be, and playing someone on screen. Chris Farley could have been a great Wolverine or a Blob.
Actually, the Blob would have worked for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, well, like you said, this has been the only depiction of Wolverine. So,
yeah, I mean, Wolverine is easily one of my top favorite characters of all things in general.
Actually, there was another Wolverine. A long time ago, there was a Spider-Man live action like Christmas special, and it had a Wolverine depiction in that, and it was a horrendous. It was actually the brown.
That's like considering the helmet wearing Captain America, the first Captain America.
Hey, we met that Captain America. He was a really nice guy.
He was a really nice guy.
Really nice guy. I can't remember his name now.
But he's not. Really he's not the MCU.
No,
you know what I mean. Like, unfortunately, Chris Evans killed that role.
He did.
Like, now that is a great depiction of a comic book character brought to screen.
Actually,
from someone unsuspecting, because
even freaking Robert Downey.
Well, yeah, and yet Robert Downey Jr. owned Iron Man. They're synonymous now. You know what I mean?
Hemsworth. I mean, all the guys that we now see have actually done a really great job of coming into these roles and being who they are.
Even freaking what's his name as the Hulk Banner. Like surprisingly, I really liked him as
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Yeah,
Ruffalo. You know, and I'm sure other people will chime in right now, hopefully, but I kind of did like what's his face?
the first one, the second one, or Mark
No,
Ruffalo.
Not Mark Ruffalo, right before him, which was
Edward Norton.
yeah, Ed Norton.
I didn't like Edward Norton.
Really?
He wasn't a very good Banner for
I thought he
me.
was a pretty good banner.
He was a good Hulk, like because he did the
All the movement,
movement and the action and stuff, and he's a great actor.
He
like,
is.
Seeing him in like Rounders, like he plays such a jerk and a
Dude.
douche in that movie.
And it's the main one, which everybody remembers, is American History X.
And in American History X, such a bad
yeah.
character, but then he turns around and plays people like Bruce Banner, and he's believable. You know what I mean? He's like Jackman. He played a believable character, and he did well for that movie. But he wasn't Banner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Banner should be played like Reeves played
Superman.
Kent.
Kent.
You know what I mean? Kind of bumbling, super smart though.
Yeah.
And just kind of stays to himself because he doesn't want to freaking talk to anybody. Which is what made the final song on the old sitcom from the Hulk so freaking. You see Bill Bixby just walking along on the side of the freeway and
That's
stuff.
still just
Boom, 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 boom.
that hits me right here when you hear it.
You know what I mean?
Like, oh, I'm just gonna go out.
And you're like, oh, it's so sad. He has no one to call home because he could Hulk out at any time and destroy everything. But yeah, those are the things that I need to see because those are the things that make. That's the difference between Marvel characters and the DC characters. Marvel
DC
characters
have always been.
The Marvel characters ground you. They give you something that you can relate to.
Yeah.
That's why Spider-Man's so relatable. The Hulk's every kid's favorite. First character everybody loves is the Hulk or Spider-Man.
Well, that's one thing that Stan Lee. Sorry, Ghost.
It was the song. You're all choked up.
I'm just like it's between that song and freaking what's his face singing.
Freaking Uncle Ira.
Uncle Ira.
Leaves from the vine. Yeah, it's horrible, man.
I'm sorry.
I can't. My son's gonna text me right now, like, Dad, stop.
But that was something that Stan Lee had said about Marvel. That was the difference between the Marvel characters. We're talking about the comic book characters, not so much the movie characters, but
yeah,
the characters themselves are almost grounded more in reality because all these guys got their powers some weird way or even just like by building it themselves
at an awkward stage of their life. So,
yeah.
And everybody they're not just grounded in reality, but they're all people first. Mm-hmm. And then they're the superhero after.
Yeah, where DC, we get this game that was, gods among men, which
yeah,
that's how they're looked at because that's kind of what they are.
Yeah, the only character they have that's built up like the Marvel characters is Batman, and that's why he's so endeared, is because he's so relatable. He's a regular dude. He's got problems.
Well, he's kind of a regular dude. He just has a lot of.
He was a regular dude who had a lot of problems, and then as he got older, he made himself who he became. He could battle those people. So
yeah, it's true. And that was our comic book moment. No. All right, let's get out of this segment because then we just babble on. But that should have been pretty much. Oh, I wonder how this works. Marked at 54 minutes. Now, 54:24 minutes. Pretty cool. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we're still trying to figure stuff out. So, yeah, that was Geek News. Now we're just going to babble on because we want to. And we can. And why not?
So we went on a deep dive. We tried to find a bunch of new video game news, but everything we found, we either covered last week or it's been 3 to 4 weeks since they announced these things. And we didn't want to talk about something that wasn't present. If anybody has geek news or something they'd like us to talk about, just throw it in the chat. We'll converse about it. We'll freaking answer anything you guys put in there.
We'll answer almost anything.
Yeah. it'll turn into a 10-minute rant about one of us hating it because that's what everything turns into.
It always does. But we did see that Rob Paulson, who, if you do not know who he is the voice of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. He is the voice of Raphael from
The
Teenage
80s.
Mutant Ninja. Yeah, the 80s.
The 90s cartoon.
No, it was
87.
Yeah, it was like 87. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he's the original Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
He also did
Yakko from the Animaniacs.
Dr. Itchy or Itchin, Scratch and Sniff.
Dr. Scratch and Sniff.
He did a ton of voices, and like our buddies up at Distance Nerding got to meet him, and he did a little like bumper for them, which was
Like,
really cool.
Did a couple sound reels of different voices, like talking about the show.
Yeah, we're not, I guess, not that cool to be able to have that.
They've been doing this a whole lot longer than
You know
we
what?
have.
I don't care. Damn it. What does this do?
I don't know.
I'm pushing buttons.
But yeah, we found out just today, actually. I was doing a deep dive, reading a bunch of stuff about Metal Gear Solid Collection that's coming out on the Switch, the Metal Gear Snake Eater game, which we mentioned last week. And lo and behold, it was like, oh yeah, Rob Paulson was Gray Fox in Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I was like, there's no freaking way. Like, his voice does not fit that character. And then I looked up a bunch of videos, and sure enough, it's him. It even says so in the game. It says
Rob Paulson?
No, it says Cyborg Ninja because it's before he's named in the thing, and underneath it has parentheses says Rob Paulson. No, because I forgot in the original games they told you who the voice actor was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's been around all over the place.
Yeah,
He's done a lot.
But anyways,
that
is all the video game news we found that was interesting.
Yeah, there's as far as toys, because we also talk about toys on here. Nothing new's coming out. We talked about that last week. I mean, yesterday was Halloween, so we were going to do a Halloween special, but we opted not to because I was exhausted. I was knocked out by like 8:30.
Yeah,
I was gone.
It would have been too hard to get something together yesterday.
At a short notice, because But hope you guys did have a great Halloween. If anybody wants to tell us up like what they dressed up as, my daughter actually dressed up as a character from Adventure Time. I built the bass battle axe guitar that the girl in the little vampire. I don't even know the name of the character. I don't watch Adventure Time.
I've never watched Adventure Time either. It's not my thing. I don't like the art style.
But I built that, and then the week before I built the Mighty Thor for soldier over in my unit that she got to wear to the Oogie Boogie Nights, and she got a lot of compliments on that. I mean, if you guys are out there, you guys are going to a con and want something built, you guys can hit me up on the Geek Saga, or even check out my stuff on Instagram on Rilo's Cos, where I've posted up a lot of my cosplays that I've built. I do that on the side. It's a lot of fun.
So Darren and Jessica are locals to the base, and they pulled up like you were gone already.
Okay.
Dead of night. They park on the dirt lot, far side of the guard shack,
Oh my god!
and they walk up onto the guard shack. And Phillips has no clue who's coming out, and he pops his head out, and he's all like, "I don't know what you're doing out there, but you better be careful. I have a gun. I will take care of myself." And they're both holding like this bowl of candy, and they're like, "We just wanted to bring you guys candy." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he freaking reaches in and grabs the candy for himself. Then they make their way in here, and they offer us candy. So we dump a bunch on the counter. And it was funny because like she's like, we almost got shot because my husband decided to park and be all creepy walking up on you guys. And so.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious. She did not tell me that. Top 5 slashers. Ooh, that's a good one. I would
like
say
off the cuff, like you want us to come up with it right now, because I'm sure he could do that.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees from, of course, Halloween. What's her name from Sleepaway Camp, which ended up being a dude. Who was that? 3. Okay, two more.
Slashers. I don't know. I was gonna say Scream, but I don't even think that
No,
even.
that's a slasher movie,
But it's not.
but I don't think I'd. I mean, it was a good movie. I was in big on it.
Leatherface.
Leatherface,
Texas
of
Chainsaw
course.
Massacre.
That's a good one. Is always a good one.
Ash from the Evil Dead.
No.
Destroys Deadites with that freaking
The
chainsaw
chainsaw.
hand.
No. God, I keep seeing. What was the name of the movie? Was it Slumber Party Massacre? That's a good one too. 80s.
No.
Dude, Jordan, if you get me going, I can give you all kinds of good ones too.
Let me get on Tubi. I'll find them all right now.
Yeah, if you guys want to find any of those, like, and not just Nightmare on Elm Streets, like all the Nightmare on Elm Streets or your basics, go onto Tubi and go check out their horror section, and it's got all the just really bad, but yet really good. Like, I was gonna watch, but for some reason the TV in there didn't want to connect to my phone. But I was gonna watch Phantasm. If you guys have never seen Phantasm, it's remastered on Tubi and also added in some extra footage to it. Freaking awesome movie. Another one from the 80s, which was Wax House or House of Wax. They remastered it, or they rebooted it with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. But the original was really cheesy, really bad, but was amazing. So if you guys get a chance to watch that, check that out. Wax House is a really good one. What else? Hellraiser, which was their first Hellraiser. That's a good movie to watch. I mean, I give you guys horror movies like crazy. And I've been watching a lot of horror because obviously leading up to Halloween, I was just starting to get on a kick to watch them. So yeah, I mean, if you guys really want me to put up a list of really good bad movies, I will do that. Just let me know. Okay, what did Jordan say?
Next one up.
Is horror geekdom? Yeah.
Dude, okay, let's clarify this right now. Anything that you can geek out on is something we'll talk about. If you're a dude who hates nerds and hates geeks, but the minute someone mentions freaking 69 freaking Dodge Charger and you start rattling off specs and how many of them were cool, you're geeking out on something. You're geeking out. And we will sit here and talk cars with you all day. If you only listen to 80s rock, like someone I know, we will talk 80s rock with you. If you want to do a special on My Little Pony and compare the two seasons, it'll take some time for us to figure it out, but we will have that conversation with you.
Watched every season.
But we will compare and contrast those things for you, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think people understand that when you say geek or geekdom or geeking out, it doesn't just refer to comic books, video games, movies. It does kind of fall into that realm. It's synonymous with that because of so many years of people saying, well, that's a thing that a geek does. It falls for anything that you guys are doing that you like, and you guys don't even realize it, that you're geeking out on something.
Yep.
The word geek isn't just with comic books, movies, but on our show, we focus in obviously on comic books, movies, games, the list goes on and on. But like you said, you want to talk about, Baby from Supernatural, which was a black 69 Chevelle, freaking awesome car. I wish I can get one of those. We'll talk about it.
If you're a car dude, we could literally sit here and talk about top 5 greatest cars that have ever been in nerdy shows, right? And Supernatural would top that. The remake of Star Trek would top that because that car that he drives,
it's the fastback. Was it 69 or 68 fastback?
I think it's a
Mustang. No, it was a Mustang.
I don't know.
It was right.
I'd have to rewatch it. But there's so many like great cars, and you have to start thinking about like the Dukes of Hazzard's car. You think about the A-Team's van. You think about Kit from Knight Rider.
Bullet.
But if you need something to geek out on and you want a safe place to do it, Join us on Wednesdays, 7:30. If you want us to do a whole show about it, hit us up beforehand. We will tailor the entire episode to whatever you're geeking out
Yeah,
about.
we'll totally talk about like top geek cars in movies. We will go through the whole thing.
But even if you don't want us to gear it towards geek cars, we will gear it to
horror films, books, which we were just talking about. One of our favorite series now, and I mean both of ours now. He got me into it. Is the Dresden Files? Oh my god, dude, those are such good books.
If you need a book, and I'm gonna pitch it to you the same way I pitched it to this dude. If you need a book that is a mix between sci-fi and hardcore detective work set in present times, and you've kind of gotten older, you don't want to read Harry Potter again, look up the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. He writes in a way that makes it super relevant and super easy to like paint the pictures in your mind. And then he's just descriptive enough that everybody has a face when you're reading these books. But the stories are great. If you love Harry Potter, you like Batman, and you like freaking The Lord of the Rings, he is literally like the mashup of all of those things.
It's a great book series. I started, how long ago did I start?
When did we go to Reno?
2 months ago? 3 months ago?
I don't even remember, dude.
What month are we in? November?
November. It's been 4 or 5 months now, I think.
I've literally gone through, there's actually 18 books.
17 books.
No, 18.
17.
I thought it was 18.
We're both on book 16, and
Is
there's
it
only
16?
one more book to go.
I've gone through 16 books in the last few months to catch up to this guy.
Audiobooks.
Hey, they're still books, right?
No.
They're books.
They're
audio.
They're podcasts
Books.
where someone's reading to you like you're going to sleep at night.
I enjoy it.
He pops a Geritol. He listens to Spike read to him, and then he goes to
Spike
sleep.
has a great voice for. I'm serious. He's Harry Dresden.
No, he's
Yes,
not.
Yes.
He's not.
There you go, guys. See, we go off. This is normal throughout the day.
He is not Harry Dresden.
He is.
It's not.
So, but there you go. See, we can go off on any subject because this is what we do all day, where we're just going back and forth about just different things, and even because we're constantly looking up stuff for the show, it's like, hey, did you hear about this? No, what's that? And then we just go off, and then we go on a rabbit trail to just like we have our own Geek Saga playlist now on Spotify.
Yep. And then the funny thing is like we haven't even touched some of the big things that we geek out on.
Oh, God,
we still haven't done Star Wars.
No,
we still haven't done
do that.
Cowboy Bebop, which we both
my God, I love Cowboy Bebop.
We still haven't touched very many anime shows, which I'm a huge anime buff. My son reads manga a lot now.
I got anime tattoos. You want to see?
Nope, please keep your shirt on.
Oh, wasn't it? Sure.
I already had to watch you change out of uniform to put this t-shirt on.
Boom. Hey, guys, look. If you want Geek Saga merchandise, I'm going to pitch it right now. We do have it. T-shirts. Look at that.
Yep.
Geek Saga. This is one of the shirts we have. Actually, we now have 3 shirts. We have this one. We actually have a Back to the Future design that says the Geek Saga. And we have another one that has the old lady from Where's the Beef saying, "Where's the Geek?" And she's on the front, and on the back it says Geek Saga. I don't have a picture of that. But you can find those, and they will be put up on our Instagram and also on our website.
He did an anime tat today.
Oh, really? Jordan, which one was it? What tattoo did you do? And Dennis, what are you saying? I got to see what he's saying. Need heads up when the Star Wars episode is. I'll make time to come on. All right. We'll let you know. We'll definitely let you know about that because we definitely want to do we probably won't touch, the first 3 episodes, but we'll hit the other ones. If you can make cards, I can hand them out. We do have cards on the way. We just ordered those the other day because I realized digital cards, people are not too fond of digital cards yet.
Yeah, people don't like them.
I don't know why. It's the way the future owns.
The Spear of Longinus, yes, from Evangelion.
Nice.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah. Like I said, check out Jordy Strange on Instagram to look at his tattoo work. He works over in Monterey Park, right, Jordan? If you guys don't know where Monterey Park is, it is in LA, unfortunately, for some of you guys that are up this way more north. But I will be coming to you soon because I have a tattoo that I want done. Back to the Future. Just think that.
And if you want to come on the show and talk about tattoos, you're welcome to join us one day.
Yeah, Jordan.
Just let this dude know when you're free, and we'll do a whole episode about tattoo arts, what got you into it, who inspires you. I love tattoos. I draw all my own ones. I used to love Ink Masters, but yeah, just hit us up, man. We will geek about everything.
I've never really liked that show. I don't know why.
Because you hate good things.
No, I don't hate. I like Face Off. That was a great show.
It was a great movie too. I want his face.
Oh, come through. Mention the Geek Saga for a special deal. Hey, you saw it here, guys. And Jordan, be careful because this also goes on Instagram. So I mean on YouTube. So you might be getting a lot of people.
All 12 people that watch us.
But look at that. My cousin is putting it out there for you guys. If you guys go in there, mention the Geek Saga, he will give you a special deal on your tattoo. So there you go. Love the guy.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've actually hung out with him. But all right.
You know what I need?
What?
I'm going to make a clip from the Chappelle show of the Puerto Rican dude from Half Baked. Wrap it up, B. I'm going to make that for when we start trailing off.
We're starting to go too long.
I'm going to freaking hit it every time. Like, wrap it up, B.
Well, we can put it on here.
No, I want the picture of him slapping the thing. Wrap it up, B.
Oh, yeah, because we don't have anything like that.
No, I'm going to get it. I'm going to make the clip.
All we have is a few sound bites, which I got to get rid of the sound bites from here. But, you know.
Game over.
Well, about an hour and 10 minutes.
Which isn't bad, which is nice.
You guys can, as always, find us at the links below. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go to the Gmail, get the website, find us everywhere. We should probably add a order form to the webpage where they can type in what kind of shirt they want.
That's coming.
And then we can make them.
I still got to build that one page.
Yep.
So there will be a merch page on our site. Also, guys, we are going to be starting a Patreon. And if you guys don't know what Patreon is, it's a place where you can go and you pay for content that may be coming out. We're going to be doing, and I don't know if I should announce. I'll announce it. I don't care because I'll be doing some of it. I'll be going on there making special videos for cosplay builds. So if you guys are looking for places or somewhere to learn how to, whether it's make the patterns, put the patterns together, size them up on people, cut, and all that stuff, I'm going to be doing that on our Patreon. So I'll be making some special videos, step by step on how I do it. I am not, disclaimer, I'm not a professional at all. Just so you guys know. I have a lot of fun doing it. I keep hitting the mic because it's so low. I have a lot of fun doing it. I do it for people. I have, people have, commissioned me to do builds for them and paid me to do it. So I do that. I do have fun with it too.
They don't always get done, but he does do them.
What do you mean they don't always get done? We'll talk. I got your.
They don't always get done.
We'll make your mask that you're asking for because I have patterns. But go on to it. It's gonna be on our link tree. It should be up by tomorrow. Our Patreon. No videos yet, but the Patreon will be there.
Yeah, and then eventually, when I get the time or the ganas to do it, I will do drawing tutorials, basic drawing tutorials. Teach people how to get warmed up, how to get into the feel of it. Because with anything, drawing, making cosplay, it's all a skill.
Yeah.
You spend 15 minutes a day doing it. In a year, you'll be 100 times better than you were when you started. And that's just facts. It goes with anything. But I got nothing else.
I think that's pretty much it. all our links. Yes. Oh, you know what? We didn't shout out, and I want to because this is obviously a very good cause. Let's put this up before. Hold on. Where is that? Make us look. Do this. Does that go? Nope. That doesn't go. Goes over our face. Oh, it's this one right here. So Project Wish Upon a Star, guys. If you guys don't know who these guys are, check them out. Go to www.projectwishuponastar.com. It is a great cause. Get out there, donate to them today. It's for what they do is they try to bring the Comic-Con experience to kids that have cancer, whether it's going to the hospitals or bringing the kids to the different celebrities at the cons, if they're able to actually get out of the hospital to do that. And they're like really great people. Darren is awesome. We met him at Fresno at the little con that they did there
at Heroes.
At Heroes.
Yep.
And him and his wife started this way back when with Stan Lee, of all people. Stan Lee was the one that helped them get it going, and they've had a booth at LA Comic-Con for years, as long as it's been Stan Lee Kamikaze to even now where it's LA Comic-Con. But they always get a huge booth there. They always have a really cool setup. They have kids that come from the hospitals to meet celebrities there. They do all kinds of really cool things. But the one thing we did find out about them is that they put a good amount of their own money into the charity.
Yeah, if they can't come up with everything that they're requesting for the event, then they usually end up just pulling it out of their own accounts and putting it towards the kids, like, experience at the con or whatever. And if you can do, even if you can't donate, check them out, refer them to people. They're just like, what's the other program?
Make-A-Wish program? Like
the Make-A-Wish program. It's just done on a smaller scale. And the people they care for are getting more one-on-one time because it's not a corporation or a huge entity running it. And it does cost them a lot of money, but they said they're not going to stop doing it and they're not going to stop putting their own money forward. But the more that they can help out and the more that we can help them out is better, because then they have more money for other events.
Yeah, so we definitely want you guys take a look at it, help them out, however you can, hit them up, let them know if you guys can't help. That's all I've been doing is trying to, hit up Darren and tell him, hey, dude, we're here for you guys. Whatever you guys need. So again, Project Wish Upon a Star, check it out. If you can, donate today on their site. We're going to we're probably going to put a link in our link tree also, so you guys can click on and go straight to their website. So yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much it for us. Yeah.
Yeah. So as always, look for us on our social media. Reach out to us. Tell us what you guys want to talk about. Schedule a time to come on the show if you want to actually be a part of the conversation without waiting for us to see your comments. And join us next Wednesday, 7:30, when the saga continues, guys.